my son is Shiron Brooks. He passed away on May 22nd, 2022. He passed away to a murder. He was murdered from a girl that he used to date, and she stabbed him to death. I take care of his daughter. She asks about him daily. She always wants to visit the cemetery. Her and her brother does. It's just hard. But through the court process, we've been going to court now for like over almost 3 years. And on the court hearing on yesterday, she pled guilty. So with her pleading guilty, her time can start at 246 months possibly, and go all the way up to 50 years. With the plea, I'll never forget Shiron, but I didn't give up. I stayed the race. I stayed focused, and with my family and a lot of praying, we got through it. I feel that we got some type of justice for Shiron. I just didn't give up and say that like a slap on the wrist, because it's not black on black crime. My thing today is I've learned through dealing with my son and going through the things that I've seen happen to him that men be abused as well. And I know from experience that my son was being abused. And due to the fact that he was a boy, he's a man, he didn't feel like telling because I feel like he was embarrassed. And not only is women domestically abused, men are abused too. But during the process of the 3 years, I prayed, and I had a lot of hatred for the person that murdered my child. But I can honestly sit here today and say that, with the 3 years that has passed, God has allowed me and he has dealt with me. I have no hate in my heart for the person that murdered my son. All I can do is continue to pray for her. And she has to have that blood on her hands for the rest of her life. That's something that I can't deal with. That's something that she'll have to deal with God. Our next court date is November 13th. November 13th is her sentencing date. And I know that in this process that nobody won. I didn't win because my son was murdered. I never get him back again. He's never coming back. I know that she lost as well, because even though she's going to be alive and her family can go see her in prison, that's her life. That's where she's going to remain until she's being released. So technically, 2 people got lost. My grandkids don't have a father, and it's a long journey, but I know that God is able. He's taken me this far, and I know he'll continue to take me. But I just didn't want anyone to think that this is an easy road. When you lose a kid, it's a process, and I don't know if you're ever healed. And I just didn't want this to be in vain. I just want them to know, to everybody who has been praying for me, that justice has been served. And like I say, nobody won in this situation. Even when she go away to prison, nobody won. If I continue to hate her, how am I going to get myself right? Shiron's gone. So I haven't always been in this place where I did not hate her. But through the years and time, and just God dealing with me and me being prayed up, he gave me the strength and he's given me the courage and he's dealt with me. So I'm able to say that I forgive her. I don't have any hate in my heart for her. She has to see, God has to deal with her. She has to see God for herself. I would like to see, after everything is said and done, I would just like the judge to do me some due diligence, because losing a child, I don't think nobody would like to lose a child to murder. Like I said, I don't hate her. I don't wish no ill will, but I do think that she deserves to be punished for what she's done, because what she's done is not acceptable. I've always went to church, but my walk with God had gotten stronger when I lost my child. And it's amazing that sometimes that's how things work. You get drawn to God closer in different situations. And I think that this is one of the things how I've grown closer to God. I have so much faith now. I have so much belief because one thing about God's word, when God speaks and when God gives you a message, he delivers. If you don't have faith, you don't have anything. The state attorney in the 7th district, RJ Larissa, everything with those people has been on point. They didn't lie, they didn't promise me anything. All I told them is treat this case as if it was your child. Just think about that. Treat this case as if the murdered person, which is my son, what if that was your son? What would you do? How would you handle it? Lean on God. That's the coping process. Surround yourself with family, positive family. Pray. Talk to God. Because one thing about God, people leave you. I learned, like, when Shiron passed away, I had a house full. Everybody was coming. It dies down. Everybody gone. When everybody's gone, everything's back to normal. People's going on with their life. One thing about God, the walk with him, he's going to always be there. He's not going to leave you, and he's not going to forsake you. He's going to be right there by your side. You can talk to God, you can tell him anything, and you don't have to worry about it going nowhere. So my walk, my faith, my praying, oh, Lord knows I got some prayer warriors, my sisters. I love them to death. I probably would have lost my mind. But just to know prayer, God, prayer. That's all I can say. Pray.